Hello everyone, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. I have a first responder just on certain sections of the honor guard's involvement of the funeral. And first, my heart goes out to the family and also to his friends and co-workers. It's just tragic, absolutely tragic to lose somebody who's near and dear to you, especially a line of duty death, what in the military we call an active duty death. It's just terrible. So, having said that, and I'll be pausing here to cut out other sections of the memorial service. I just want to focus strictly on what the honor guard does and nothing else. So that's why I've you can see above me here in the corner, I've blocked out the name of the individual, and I want to keep it that way. This is not about anything other than the honor guard's performance. So I will. Okay, we're gonna go play here. So the color guard enters, and why they are carrying centered at the front of them, I have no idea. And also there's this is firefighters, so it's understandable to have either the fire axe, the ceremonial fire axe, or the ceremonial pike pole. Either one. Why both? So the only thing that I can come up with is that so many departments want to include as many people as possible in the rendering of honors at a special time like this. And okay, I get that a bit, and you can't hear anything because nobody's mic'd. I kind of get that, although the pike pole, this is my thought process behind this. The pike pole is not easily recognizable at all. Absolutely, the ceremonial fire axe is definitely. Now, whether you carry the real one or the aluminum head, like I have, just for the ceremonial purposes, keep it nice and shiny, all that. That's totally up to you. Grips on here could be much better balanced across the. Well, here. So here's my pike pole. I don't have my fire axe in here, but for the pike pole, you can see there the whole thing is in the camera shot. So you can see here how my hands are balanced as far as distance is concerned. Distance from the bottom, and then distance to the top of the head there, the point, or the pike really. And then the pike pole has that little hook on it. For those of you who are not firefighters and are not acquainted with that, but either one is the standard, because just two guards, and that's it. We don't have 4 guards. We don't have a multiple of guards. That's not necessary at all, really. If you want to have more flags or color bearers, fine, do that. But but why are the flags centered on the color bearers? That's not a technique, unless you're right over the stand and you're going to actually post the flag. So it just doesn't. So far, this really doesn't add up all that well. And in just a second, now a friend of mine sent this video to me. Excuse me, I apologize. So they've gone to present, and so why, you have plenty of headroom? Why are you not wearing colors harnesses? Why are you not at the position of carry, or the ceremonial position of right shoulder, what we call right shoulder in the ceremonial drill world? And so why did he come in and then stop there? Why is he there and stopped? And then the casket. Oh, well, okay. So cutting away to the colors, the gold cord and tassels. Now I'm not forcing. I never force anyone, especially first responders, to follow a certain standard, and I can't force anyone to do it. I can critique you, and then tell you that, okay, Army cadets or active duty Air Force Marines, I can tell you this is the standard. You're not following it, so do it. It's easily available. Well, it's the same for first responders. The standards are easily available, readily available. You can follow the Army Training Circular. You can follow the Marine Corps Order. You can even follow my book, The Honor Guard Manual. It has plenty of information there that will tell you everything you need to know about a situation like this. Absolutely everything you need to know. As a matter of fact, there's too much information in there. And it should be used as a reference to help you get through situations like this. So why do I bring up standards? Because first responders don't have a specific cut and dry standard. There isn't a national standard, all right, which is unfortunate. And that's the main reason why I wrote the Honor Guard Manual. Now, whether you use the book or not, that's immaterial. And I know some of you out there, some firefighters, some law enforcement, oh, you're not a firefighter. You're not a police officer. Yeah, you're right. I'm not. I'm the ceremonial drill expert. That's why I wrote the book. That just seems pretty cut and dry to me. I wouldn't call anybody else but a plumber to help me with my plumbing. So if I need if I have issues, if I need help with ceremonial drill, I'm going to do what? Talk to another firefighter? Probably not. But then again, in the firefighter community, there are some people who seem to know what they're doing. But then we'll see whoever provided training for these firefighters, the training leaves a lot to be desired. So first, again, why is he here? And then why is the other, so that the other firefighter just happened to step in front of the casket. Why? What are you doing? It looks like the funeral director is over here, and he is indicating, as his job is, where to stop for the firefighters, so that the casket is centered on the stage, on the audience. So 6 pallbearers bring the casket in, and they look like it. So I don't know what the inside hand is doing. I don't know if they're just holding on to. They're not holding on to the handle because the flag isn't flipped up. So why the 6 are there on the side, I have no idea, because they don't really serve a purpose. The one firefighter at the end serves a purpose, and there should be another firefighter at the front who serves as a guide. If you have 6 or even 8 pallbearers on the sides, and you're using a church truck or what's called a bier, the rolling device there that it's on, the casket sits too low for the 6 to do anything, or 8 to do anything at the sides. You don't rest your hand on the flag, so then they don't have a purpose there. That's why you have a pallbearer at the front, a pallbearer at the rear. The pallbearer at the rear does most of the work because he or even she is pushing, and then they come up to place the casket like they're doing now, and then you just rest your hand on the flag. That's what you do? No, it's not. And I'm very thankful that the family is not watching this. This just looks to be a cluster. So now the funeral director steps in and says, all right, let's take off the casket band, which, pallbearers, that was your job. The funeral director knows what to do. Take the casket band, get out of there. And so you just stand around for nothing. So here we have the posting of the let's watch here. We have the posting of the first 2 guards for Casket watch. I was busy watching everybody else, didn't see the guards for Casket watch. So here they come in, they stop and they face in, step up to the ends of the casket. What are they saluting? Now, if they're saluting each other, please stop doing that. There's no need. When we change guard watch in the military, we don't salute. There is no exchange of salutes. Salutes are for a specific purpose, and this isn't it. Now, if you're saluting the flag, fine. You're facing each other, which is kind of strange, but you're at the ends, and most likely the depth here of from the first row of seats to the end of the stage there, or front of the stage, I should say, is probably not that deep, and that's why the guards just come in at the front. So then here we have pretty decent stand at ease, but here we've got the thumb out and then the fingers extended. So there is a lack of integrated and cohesive standard here. And I do not want to get into any of the funeral. I just want to give commentary on what the honor guard does, and that's it. So, but notice now we're at. So the casket was brought in. Yeah, the casket was brought in at around 7, a little before 7 minutes. Okay, we're at 9:26, and the color guard is still saluting. Why? So obviously the color guard. Everybody here doesn't understand the responsibilities of the honor guard. I'll just say it flat out, and I know it because I've already watched this. We salute when the casket's in motion. When the casket stops, so even rolling, the casket is in motion. So the color guard saluted, that's fine. When the casket stopped where it is now, then the color guard should have gone to order and then stand at ease. The pallbearer should have faced in, taken the casket band off. I have a technique for that where everybody feeds it into one pallbearer, either at the head or the foot. So at the head would have been better because the funeral director was standing right here, right under this mic, pretty much. And so you gather it all up and then just hand it off to the funeral director. Then up, everybody stands up, face, and then they start facing away. All right, so now I don't want to include any of the family, and I don't want to get into all the whole bunch of neat family pictures, honestly, of the deceased. And he had a fairly involved career, honestly. It was quite interesting and heartbreaking to see that. Well, tragic loss of life, honestly. Okay, so at the color guard is standing there for around 20 minutes or so, and then leaves. So we didn't get the post that the posting of the colors isn't available on the video, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's not. And so I'll pause and I'll find the next section here, and then and I'll get to another section. Okay, so those two firefighters are up there for the bell ceremony, and then here come the pallbearers. So in lieu of for law enforcement, there's a firing party, and in lieu of the firing party, there's the bell ceremony for firefighters, which is really pretty neat, actually, if you've ever had the chance to witness it. So here you can see that the pallbearers don't know what to do, and this is for the sounding of taps. And again, you can't hear anything because it's not directly mic'd into or plugged in, like the microphone at the podium is. This is very difficult for me to say. This is unacceptable. There is no such thing as a flag tilt. All right, now when two pallbearers come in, they take the flag off the casket and they pop it open. Going to the flag tilt, that doesn't exist. That isn't a thing. That's not part of the flag fold. We don't do that, and I know that people do it because it's a presentation of the flag. That's not a thing either. The reason why pallbearers will open up the flag at an angle is because they don't have the lateral space to do it, to horizontal. That's the reason behind it. You only pop to horizontal, and then you come back together, and then for that first horizontal fold, what I call the horizontal fold, and then come down, up for your second horizontal fold, then you start the triangle folds. There's no such thing as popping open and then tilting back and then starting the flag fold. It doesn't exist as a process. We already have the flag fold fully explained for all of the services in the appropriate manuals. It's fully available to anyone. I have a video that explains the flag folding process, and this isn't part of it. My book explains the 6-man flag fold. 6 positions here, a 7th. Why are you the 7th at the end? Why are you holding on to the end? It's just so awkward. And having 3 pallbearers on this side kneel down and hold the flag at the tilt? What on earth possessed you to do this? I'm trying not to get upset, but this is just unbelievable. This is why I said earlier that nobody understands their responsibilities as far as honor guard goes. It's obvious to me. Blatantly obvious. Now, from what I'm told, this was the sounding of taps. Everybody's standing, lots of salutes, fine, whatever. Not even going to comment on it. You're saluting because you feel like you should, fine, that's okay. But these 3 up here, why are they sitting down? Why on earth are they sitting down? And I'm going to fast forward through that. Now, so taps is finished eventually, but why aren't the 3 on the stage standing up? I don't get that at all. That wasn't an indication when everybody in the audience stood up that you 3 should stand up? And I don't know who the 3 are up there. So now during the flag fold, when nobody's supposed to move, the two for the bell ringing step off. And then we have a triangle practically during the flag fold. This tells me that nobody the two walking off, this poor lead in for the flag fold. Look at that huge arc there. It tells me that nobody on the team really truly understands their responsibilities. And got a lot of head nods for this. And really the family doesn't, well, the family doesn't need to see anything like that. You can do thumb taps easily and nobody has to see it. And the side that does the thumb taps is the farthest away from the next of kin. Now they hand off, the flag gets smaller and smaller as you fold it, obviously. So my question is, why did these two face the direction of the fold? And then why did this individual here march all the way around? I don't know. He disappeared and then reappeared over here at the head. Why? And then there's a lot of fiddling. A lot of this type of, getting every little tiny piece of material just perfect, and as you fold, see this, just fiddle, 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 and then fold, and fiddle, 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 fiddle more, and this is the excess being tucked into the top. So the only ones required to fold the flag are the military. Nobody else into a triangle. Nobody else has to do it. So the tradition is left over right. So he already inspected the flag, then he takes it and inspects the flag and makes sure. So we have two people who hand off the flag and make sure that it's, and then we have a third here who inspects the flag. Anyway, I was saying traditionally it's left hand over right to present to the next of kin. And then I'm fairly certain that, yeah, you can't. Oh, and so last call, and I'm not going to, I won't play that either. And then everybody files out in an orderly fashion. And like I said before, it's absolutely tragic to lose anyone, especially on the job. And I know that firefighters, law enforcement, they get really close working together, and it's a dangerous job. And I'm very thankful for all the firefighters and law enforcement that are out there doing their job properly every single day. And I've been able to get to know many across the country, and they're all awesome people, the ones that I know anyway. That was a terrible performance. Absolutely terrible. Now, as far as the next of kin goes, they're probably just fine with everything that happened. They and even the general public who was in there, they're probably not aware of certain standards that need to be. That was really poor. Thank you for watching.